All right, good morning, folks, and welcome in. It is the Coffee Run. It's John from Pro Craps on Casino Gaming TV. I'm having a good cup of coffee. Side note here, I have when we bought this house in Wenatchee, we one of our presents to ourselves. We sold our old house in Seattle. One of our presents to ourselves was this amazing coffee pot. My wife and I are coffee geeks, right? Not geeks, but we just like our coffee. Anyway, we bought this DeLonghi coffee pot from Amazon. It's like $1,000, right? I've always had whatever you call them, the little K-cups, right? This is actually, you put raw beans in it and it grinds it out. It's super complicated, right? I literally get up in the morning and I press the coffee button and it grinds me a cup of coffee, and it's always really good. Today, I just was experimenting. There's a button there called long. And I'm like, what? It probably makes a bigger cup of coffee, right? So I put a bigger cup in there and it made the same size cup of coffee as normal. But what it does is it does 2 shots and then the hot water. And I'm like, that's a cup of coffee. It's like wicked strong. So anyway, I'm having my long coffee, and I think it's a foreign machine. DeLonghi is like French or something, so I think I just misspelled it. It should say strong, not long. Anyway, happy Wednesday to me. I see this comment here from Adam, and I don't know if Adam, if this is you or not. Adam G, my friend. I got a note this morning in my email, and when somebody, if you don't know this, when you're a YouTuber and somebody leaves a comment on a video, we get an email from YouTube. So, so-and-so left a comment on your video, and that's fine. When you have a good video that has, hundreds of comments, it gets a little busy. Anyway, I got a comment this morning from somebody on a video that I did on this exact subject. I don't think it was Adam. I think it was somebody else. Anyway, this video I put out like 2 years ago, and I'm like, what video was that? So I went and watched it, and it was literally the video Adam's talking about right here. I don't know if Adam, if that was you made that comment, but that video, I literally watched it 5 minutes ago. Joe finished up. I watched that video 5 minutes ago. What I was saying in the video was this. To summarize, Jacob from Wage Me This had put out a video about 2 years ago, and he's like, hey, don't try and build a bankroll, buy stuff. He's like, hey, you work hard for your craps money, right? Go to the casino. If you win a few $100, why are you putting it in the bank to go back to the casino again next time? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you feeding that beast? Buy yourself something. Go buy your kids, the next PlayStation. Go buy your wife whatever bracelet or something, and go buy plane tickets to Biloxi and go visit Ed, right? Use your winnings to go buy stuff. Like, make it right. And the video that I wrote, I said, like, I agree with that. In theory, in concept, that makes complete sense, right? However, when your bankroll is small, you really can't do that, right? Let's pretend, I think in the video, the example I gave was, what if your 401g account was $1,000? What if all you had was, you're going to your work, your wife works, you're making enough money to pay your bills and get yourself through, and your bankroll for gambling is tiny, $1,000, $1,500. You shouldn't, if your master bankroll is only about $1,000, take the whole $1,000 to the casino. You take $300-400 to the casino, right? A third of it or something. If that's the case, you can't buy in for $300 and expect to win $300. It's almost impossible to do that on the regular. You buy it for $300, you win $50, you're celebrating. That's an enormous win, percentage-wise, right, from that $300. The $50 isn't meaningful for most people. You're not going to take the $50 and go buy something useful, right? You got to put the $50 back in. Now your bankroll's $10.50, and put the next 50 in, right? And you keep building that bankroll up. Before you know it, you got $2,000 in the bank. Now you're buying in for $600, and your win is $100. You keep doing that, your bankroll's $5,000. You can buy in for $1,000. Now you're winning $300-400, and now you can go buy stuff, right? Like, you build a bankroll to have a bigger hammer. That's the point of it, right? And that's why I did the series, to show you how to do it. Anyway, I thought it was great that you had that quote there, Adam, because I literally, I don't know, again, if that was you, great, but somebody commented on that exact video like an hour ago, and I went and watched it. So good to go back, right, and rewatch the old videos that I did. Funny thing on that video is that was before, so I switched medications, and I'm on the Ozempic now for my diabetes. That was before I'd lost about 30 pounds. I think I'm down about 30 pounds. I was 205 back then. I'm 175 now. Oh my God. It looks like a whole different John. Like, a whole different person's talking in that video than I am now. Like, my face is now more sullen and sunken in, whatever. I don't know, man. Pretty funny. Yeah, take the $50 and buy a candy bar. Go buy some eggs with the 50. Yeah, now you go buy some eggs. Dice Mama says, if you give my father-in-law get along great, There's nothing better than a good cup of coffee in the morning, right? And like, I love the K cups. Honestly, and we're off track here. I love the K cups because they're convenient. This thing is like a K cup, but it's actual. You put real beans, right? So I got a friend in Hawaii who sends me coffee beans from his farm. I mean, it's like the best cup of coffee ever. It's so good. That's great. Oh, look at that. Your husband bought a mini craps table, chips, and dice. That's beautiful, right? See, now that right there doesn't always happen. You buy them for 300, walk out with 4K. You got to be shooting with Ed, right? You guys see Ed's post on Facebook? The last day of the trip, he put out some chip porn. He bought him for I think he bought him for $1,000 and walked out with like $7,500, something like that. A beautiful win. Beautiful win. Said last night on the show he was hopping hops, which are parlaying hops, which he never does. Anyway, let's get after it. Let's go into the real show stuff. And that's not what you want. You want to see this view. We remind you all the stuff, right? And we're talking bankroll, so might as well get into it, right? Your bankroll is your leverage. Okay, your bankroll is your hammer. Your bankroll supports your goal and your strategy. I want to play this way. I better have the bankroll to play that way, right? My goal is X. I need this kind of bankroll to make that kind of a goal, right? Reasonable. 10, 15, 20% goals if you're trying to build bankroll. 10, 15, 20% goals if you're using your wins to go buy shit, right? Keep it reasonable, but your bankroll is what dictates all of it. And again, the more bankroll you have, the more leverage you have, the more of it you can use as a hammer, right? The way we won the 100 grand in the Daily Paycheck is not by winning $100 a day for 17 years, right? The more I won, the bigger my bets were. At the end of that thing, we had like a $96,000 bankroll. I was buying in for 15 grand and I was putting $3,200 or $6,400 across, right? With the bigger buy-in, I can go bigger money. And the same two rolls I was winning $50 with, now I'm winning 5K with, right? That's the idea. Bankroll, bankroll, bankroll. So critical. Matter of fact, David and I are going to do, when I get to Seattle, when I get to Las Vegas next week, we're going to film a couple podcasts. One of them is going to be on bankroll management, or the importance of bankroll. One's going to be on the importance of strategy. So again, I believe this very strongly, marrying the two. Marry your bankroll to a strategy that fits the goal, right? Within all that, right? Your regular filter, right? Identify your opportunities to win, lean in, or go home. Understand and embrace your tolerance for risk, and keep your discipline, your muscles, your brain, all that, your brain-body connection working together, right? Otherwise, you'll make horrible decisions, right? Casinos already have the hammer. You're already predisposed to probably lose over your lifetime, right? Poor decision-making, you will lose more often and more money, right? Money management discipline is not the key to winning. It's the key to losing less, right? As you're losing less when you do have the wins, right? As a percentage, if I lose 100, win $1,000, is better for me than losing 500, 500 and winning $1,000. Would you not agree? That's discipline. Mindset helps you lose 100, not 500. You walk when it's bad for you, right? You limit your losses because you're playing smart. That's what I want to see. All right. What's up for today? If you're watching it, I hope you are. Join my friend Ken. Ken Knows Gambling. He's started a tournament of his own. A lot of people have tried this to do like strategy brackets. I think Chris from Dice DJ did it once too. Didn't he do a strategy bracket? I think he might have. Where you play, this versus that, winner plays, right? What Ken is doing is something like that, but a little bit different. And what he's doing is taking all the strategies that he's played on his 20-0 series that actually went 20-0, and a legit 20-0, not the Jimmy 20-0. Like the actual Ken made it work live 20 times in a row. These are strategies that he has said to me, these are ones I'd actually play. If I was going to go playing, these are the 6 or 7 strategies that I played that actually I would play because they worked. They were 20-0, not because it was luck. I mean, there's luck involved, but it's like they're strong strategies. They actually survived and fought back, right? He's taken those and playing them against each other in another 20-0 bracket type of thing. You got to go and check that out. The first DJ Madness tournament, Chris, was the strategy versus strategy. Now, Chris is doing Crazy Town, right? Chris has opened up the floodgates that he's got the DJ Madness tournament. He's got a bunch of players, some YouTubers like myself. I'm playing tonight, actually, and others playing against one another live, on his channel. He's dealing to like 2 or 3 people. He's got rule changes. It's a whole thing, right? So anyway, that is tonight I have the time here, right, Chris? Tonight at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock East is the next battle in round 1. Now, I'm playing tonight, so you can watch, you can laugh at me. We joke about it because this is not my forte, right? I am not a tournament player. I don't have that rail dump mentality really in me. So, when these bets get to 100K and whatever else, and you got the 10 pays 100 to 1 or something, I'm not going to be very good in that situation. I'm just not good at like playing for 3 shooters only and like hammering my opponents. We'll have fun with it, but I'm more in it because I want to hang out with Chris. So there it is. I'll be there. Today's Daily Dose of DI, we're going to talk about the flea flicker again, a little bit, not much, but a little bit. And then we'll play our hump day strategy. I do want to talk a little bit about the lay 4 and 10 thing today too, if I have time to. So, all right. As far as the Daily Dose of DI goes today, I want to piggyback on what was talked about last night in Jeff and Gargoyle's show. They were talking quite a bit, or Gargoyle was, about the flea flicker toss. And in fact, where's my other dice? He was talking about some other stuff too, not just the flea flicker, right? And here's the interesting thing, and he got a little bit off topic, which for me is okay because I love that stuff, but it started out talking flea flicker. And if we look at a couple of things, one is going to be this. I know you can't hardly see this, but I'll get in close as I can. The grip, right? The grip for the chopper, by the way, right, is it's a pointer grip, right? The chopper grip, right? But it's all the way down. And it's this finger and this finger. You have all the fingers on the dice, right? That's how we get that controlled spin, right? And the chopper a little higher, a little more spin, right? That kind of thing. The flea flicker is different, right? It's the first finger, right? Or it could be, I use the middle finger. It's more comfortable for me, but it's only halfway down the dice, right? Still corner grip, halfway down the dice. And it's more of a, I make the snap noise when I do it, but it's really just more of a, when you're releasing, it's more of a flick, right? And you end up here. You end up spinning the dice this way, not with your wrist, but it's more with your finger. Anyway, what that conversation came into was other things you can do with that style of grip. He was talking about doing the underhand forward one. He was talking about doing the barrel roll, like taking it here and going more, he called it the spiral throw, right? Where the dice are actually flying forwards, like shot out of a gun and spin that way. It became this conversation about different ways to kind of make them spin on this axis with different releases, whether it's forward or up and down or this way, right? Which I found interesting. And Gargoyle makes the point that he always makes. And I think it's important to hear somebody who's a controlled shooter, not a dice controller, but a controlled shooter. That's why I use the word control here. He said it last night. You can control everything up until the point where they hit the wall, right? And I think most people who say dice control is bullshit would agree with that. Everything is under your control. How you set them, how you grip them, how hard you throw them, how high you throw them, where they land, all those things are yours. That's your control, right? When they hit the table, sometimes I feel like I have control over that, over how they hit the table and how they hit the wall. After the diamonds get them, all bets are off. Everything's random. Everybody's random. And he said last night, Gargoyle, did you hear me, everybody? I said it. Everything is random when they hit the back wall. And it's true. The dice randomize off the pyramids. Now, what controlled shooting does, or dice influence or controlled shooting, I kind of look at those two things as a little bit synonymous, right? You're controlling the shot to impart influence on the ice, or the dice. Let's say it like that. You're trying to like not hit the wall very hard, right? You're trying to control the speed at which they hit the wall, how high they hit the wall, and what they're doing when they hit the wall, right? If you can get them to hit the wall super soft on the bottom of the little bottom thing, or maybe the first row of pyramids, very, very lightly, very low trajectory, so they kind of kiss and just come back and stop, that's control. That's controlling the action of the dice, controlling the energy of the dice, controlling or influencing that maybe the set you chose helps a little bit, stays up a little bit, finds a little groove, doesn't knock them all over the frickin' table, right? That's what you're trying to control. Whether it works and creates those pockets and creates a higher SRR and a better BSR to be determined, right, by your statistics and how you're doing it. But that's the point of it. Why do we do this, right? Again, love to get long rolls, love to have my 7-roll average, whatever it is. Honestly, we're trying to just de-randomize the back wall. We're trying to make the back wall's impact less, right? If hitting the wall at 50 miles an hour in the middle of the diamonds is 100, right? And missing the back wall altogether is a 0 in terms of how much influence the back wall imparts on the spinning of the dice. If it's 100 or 0, I'd rather be a 5 or a 10, right? When I was regular, just, soft toss Johnny, right? Probably was a 50 in that. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's all we're doing. Bring it from 100 to a 10 most of the time. And if you're doing that, then yeah, you're going to have maybe some better results. That's the idea. Anyway, control that thing. That's all it is. Control the action off the wall is all you're trying to control. How much action you get off the wall, not what's actually happening off the wall. If that makes sense. If you have less action, less things can go wrong. That's the hope. I used to use the car wreck example. Remember I used to say the car wreck thing, right? If I'm doing 50 miles an hour and I hit somebody's bumper, right? If I do the pit move, y'all know what the pit move is, right? If I'm doing 50 and I pit somebody, right? What's going to happen? That car is going to go off the cliff. If I pit somebody at 50 from behind, that's not even head on. That's just, we're both going in the same direction and I hit them right on the right or left side of the bumper. They're going out. They're going to be gone, right? If we're both going 5 miles an hour and I hit them with the pit move, what's going to happen? The guy's going to stop his car, come out and kick my ass. Difference, right? I dent his bumper versus killing his family. That's the difference. 50 miles an hour versus 5 miles an hour. That's what I want on the back wall, right? Still an accident. It's still not good. The outcome is still not going to be great for me, right? But it's a lot better for the other person. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Is that a terribly ugly analogy? But that's what I'm going for. Does that make sense? All right. Let's Hump Day Hybrid. Pardon me. It's Wednesday, so it's Hump Day. We do hybrids on Hump Days, and today I'm going to play this way. I did it on Joe's show. We're going to do like a small don't, right? Which I know is opposite of what everybody who plays hybrid says you should do, right? Hybrid play should be the don't pass and your place bets are in lockstep. This is more of a transitional play today, transitional hybrid. I'm going to do a small don't, like $50. We'll do 330 inside, $50 4 and 10. So 430 across. Okay, 330 inside, $50 on the 4 and 10. The first hit we get, we're going to full press it, right? If it's a 4 or 10, $50 wins 100. Both bets go to 100. If it's an inside play, we win 110 or 105. I drop a nickel. All the insides go to 110. We're either going to press the inside or press the outside in the first hit. The second hit, it all comes down. It's basically not a drawdown, but it's a 2-hit system. Kind of like the skill 66, okay? When it all comes down, I'm going to take some of that money and put it on as odds on the don't. Some of the wins that I got will go down as odds. So my don't will be $50. I'll put enough odds on the don't to win another $50. If it was a 4 and 10 as the point, I'll put $100 down there. If it was the 5 and 9, I'm putting $60 down there or $75 down there. 6 and 8, I'm putting $60. That's the plan. That's going to be today's plan. We're going to transition. So it's a hybrid play in terms of I want to play the right side, then I want to play the dark side, not I want to play the right side with the dark side. If I happen to grab a 7 early before my 430 comes out, que sera, we gave it a shot. It's really about having the don't pass sitting there for the next move. That's the plan today. Now, it came up the other day. I'm going to go switch screens here. I'll switch screens now, then I'll switch screens again in a minute. Let me go to the box view here and put the light on for you. The other day, my friend Darksider was with us, and it was good to see him out here. And we were talking a little bit about laying the 4 and 10 as a way to protect your don't pass bet. I'm going to move this to the floor here. Hold on 1 second. Laying the 4 and 10 to protect your 4 bet, or to protect your don't pass bet. And I'll tell you why I don't like it. I'm not going to do it today, obviously, but I'll tell you why it's not my favorite thing. Here's a bunch of money. Let's say we've got $100 down there on the don't, right? And let's say we're going to lay just the 10. I'll put the lay lemmer out here. Pardon my bald head there. We lay the 10 for 200 bucks. I'll put the two chips, you can see them. Okay, lay it for 200. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, you mitigate the 7 on the come out. What that does is it does its job, right? You mitigate the come out 7. Okay, which, and again, here's the thing with the hybrid play, right? You're gonna not lose this. You're gonna not win that. Matter of fact, you're gonna give up $5, right? The vig on that bet is $5. Okay, so if a 7 comes, you're gonna lose $5. You're gonna give them $5 because you're only winning 95. Okay, that's the first thing. So you're not getting paid on a bet that you made. And I like to think every bet I make is a bet I'm going to get paid on, right? This whole idea of hedging to save shit is you're making bets that you're not going to get paid on. And in fact, you're likely to lose. If you're hedging the 11, then for sure you're going to lose. If you don't get an 11, that bet's, you're giving them a free $25. You're paying tax on a bet, right? If you put a $25 yo out there, or in our case, let's just say with a $100 bet, you do a $10 yo, and it's not a yo, you're giving them, you just paid tax. You paid tax, and now this bet's worth $90 instead of $100, right? That's what that does. Anyway, up here on the 10, if you lay the 10, you're not getting paid on the 7. Now, if the point becomes anything but a 10, you're okay. It did its job. It saves this bet, right? That was a meaningless bet in that case, right? If the point becomes a 10, what happens? You lose 200. Now you start the roll upside down $200, and you have to win this bet 2 times to make up the loss that you have up here before you can think about a profit, right? A lot of people say, well, I lost $200 there. We'll just put put that $200 right back on there as odds, and we'll get half of it back on a win, right? Or if we happen to catch a 7 here, we'll win, we'll win 100 on the odds and 100 on the flat, and we're back in the game, baby, right? What happens if they repeat the 10 here? Now you're down 2, 3, 4, $500 if they happen to buckshot that point or hit the point, versus never having played it, they hit the 10 and you lose 100. It's a $400 difference if a shooter hits a point when you have laid the 10 to make it happen, right? That's not a great place to be, and I get why people do it because it makes you feel good, right, that you did it. Now, what if, and I guess to be honest about it too, right? There's only a 3 out of 6 chance to lose. Anyway, what if you did this $100 here and you laid for 100 and laid the 4 for 100, which is let's split it. Let's that way. If the scenario that John puts out there happens and I lose on the 10 coming out, I only lose 1. I've only lost 1. Okay, cool. Now you're behind by 1. You pull your 4 bet down as odds. Okay, you'll win 150 in that case if you happen to 7 out, right? That's cool. You're only down $50 in that case. This one here helped you out. You can put another 100 on it. Same scenario applies with regards to how much it is. The problem with this is this. When you're here laying the 4 and laying the 10, now you've evened the odds up, right? You had 6 ways to lose here, $100, right? When you don't have the lays, when they're off, you have 6 ways to lose $100. When you have the lay bets back on, guess what? You have 6 ways to lose $100, right? 3 ways here and 3 ways here. You've given the power back to the casino. The thing you were trying to avoid, losing $100 6 ways on that 7 rather, you just gave it back. You now have 6 ways to lose $100. 3 here and 3 here. You're in the exact same spot you were without these bets. You're no different. This right here, 6 ways, again, taking the 11 out of it, 6 ways to lose $100 on the 7. Here you have 6 ways to lose $100 on the 4 or the 10. Laying them both to save this might be the dumbest thing you can do. Might be the dumbest thing you can do, because all you're going to do is on a 7, now you're giving them $5 again. You're guaranteed to give up $5 on a 7 for sure, right? You lose this, you win 100, you give them $5 on the vig, you're back in there again. You're the same probability to get your ass kicked for $100. It makes no sense. Do not lay the 4 and the 10 ever to save a don't. It's probably the dumbest thing you can do. And again, when those numbers hit, and they do, and when the shooter makes their point, and they will, you carve yourself out a really deep hole in here. The don't pass is hard enough to get through. Don't make this bet meaningless by giving up vig. Don't make it meaningless by having to chase a loss from a lay. It's about the dumbest thing you can do, in my opinion. I've said it for years. Don't hedge. I would hedge, if anything, a big don't. I would hedge with the 11, only because personally I get pissed off when the 11 beats me. I hate losing to the 11, right? The 7 is what the 7 is, right? I like to eliminate that one. Anyway, there we go. That's my rant. Here we go. Let's jump in and let's go here. I'm going to go to this screen here, and hopefully we can see my bets. I'm going to be over here betting. I got 5K in the rack. Here's a bunch of lammers for me. I'm going to get Crapsy set up here. So give me a second to turn my computer on, and we'll get Crapsy going. I got to reconnect. Hold on a second. Let's go here and reconnect. Let me go back over here. 1 second. And we're going to hit the play button. That should give you the chance to get all your bets in while I'm getting my bet set up. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take $500. Okay, basically $500 per shooter. And what I'm going to do is this. We're going to go, there's $500. I'm going to go 330 inside. So we're going to take, it's going to take me a minute here to get this all set up. So 75, 75, 90, and 90. That's my 330 inside. We're going to go $50 each on the 4 and 10. That's 430. We're going to go $50 on the don't. That's 480. And here is $20 change for my 500. Okay, that's how that works. It's 480 across, 50 on the don't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of the don't. We're going to catch a couple of wins up top. We're going to switch to that bet being primary. That's my plan today. Okay, it's not really a hybrid. It's a transitional play, and hopefully we have some good luck. You guys ready to go? Let's do it. I'm going to hit the button in Crapsy to turn your betting off. I'm going to come out and yeah, wish me some luck here. Let's do it. I did change the camera view today, so as requested yesterday, I only have one view now looking at the end of the table, which is the overhead shot. The other angle now, you should see my hands. So I'm going to come in. You can watch this way. You know, I was watching the video back yesterday, and I'm like, this is kind of dumb. It's like hear me talk and say dice are out, but you can't really see what I'm doing. So now you can at least see the grip and stuff. And here we go. Coming out. Coming out. Puck should be saying off, not on. By the way, off. Here we go. All right, here we go. Dice out. That's a little kiss o' death. It is a 5 and a 1. Puck onto the 6. Let's go here. Let's move it to the 6. And look at your first point typed in, 516. That should give us a roll tracker. Should get Crapsy going, and here we are. All right, we're 330 inside. We're gonna, if we catch an inside number, I'm gonna press them by 110. If I catch an outside number, I'm gonna press them both by 50. The second roll, we're going home. Okay, that's it. Hopefully today we don't get a bunch of PSOs, right? We get a bunch of PSOs, it's gonna be not a great day for me. So let's hope that doesn't be what happens. Here we go. 6-5 there and a 2-1 here, and let's rock it, baby. Another kiss. They're not separating in the air for me. It's a 3-2-5. 3-2-5. All right, let's get our bets going here. It's going to pay 105. I'm going to pay it in quarters. 75 pays a 105. I will drop a nickel. Press the insides by 110. I'm not going to transition to black chips. I'm just going to leave it where it is. I'll color up when I come back to the rack, if I come back to the rack. That was hit number 1. Hit number 2, no matter what happens up in this box, we're out of here. Either it's going to be 140 on one of these numbers or it's going to be 100 over here, and we're done. That's it. It's 2 hits and run for the freaking hills and let that 7 be the strong man. All right, here we go. Let's get out. I got to find a better place to put the screen switcher. Right now it's in a place where it's kind of hard to get to. Here we go. Here we go. Dice are out. Kiss of dice, not humans kissing dice though. Good Lord. Nothing worse than that, right? Here we go, coming out. Or just dice out. That's a better looking toss, and it's a 6, 4, 10 on the end. 6, 4, 10. Let's go here. 6, 4. Type that in for y'all. 6, 4. Sweet. That'll pay $100 on the 10. There's 100. I will drop a nickel for the VIG. Right? That'll be a $2 VIG. I'll take my $3 and change. Okay? Everything's going to come down. What I'm going to do is turn it off. I'm going to basically regress the bets down now. Say, take me back to 110 inside and turn my bets off to make this easier, because we're going to keep going back out and out and out and doing it. So regress me down. And what I've got coming back to the rack is this: $208. I had the 20 before, right? So basically $200 win here, right? Essentially. What I'm going to do, the point is 6. I'm going to take $60 as a lay against the 6. Okay, $60 is a lay against the 6. That'll win 50. I'm bringing back 150 in profit. So I'm locking up for shooter number 1 a little less than 150. Remember, I had the $20 in reds here, so I've got like whatever $13 left, but let's call it 150. Is coming back. That's my profit locked up right now. If we catch a 7 before a 6, I win another $100. That's the point. Those bets are going to be off. Where's my lammer? Off, 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 across. Now it's me against the 7. If I want to, and I may, take this $10 on the hard 6. If I happen to catch a hard 6, it'll pay me 90. It'll cover most of my what's down there, right? That's not a bad. Actually, I might take the 13. Put the whole 13 out there on the hard 6. We'll rail dump the hard 6. All right. Here we go. Now I got 4 ways to lose this money. Otherwise, I'm out for 150, and we're playing again. Minus the $50. Here we go. Let's get the 2-1. Coming out. Coming out. Oh, what an awesome throw. Every time I say that, look at that, it's 5-2. Every time I say the throw is perfect, it's a 5-2. That's so funny. I just like how they look in the air, right? I'm judging by how they flew. Let me refresh that. Let's come back over here. Let's make our money, right? We're going to get paid 50 flat, and for 60, 50 on the odds, right? Reverse the odds. So the clean win is $100. The $60 was part of the win from before, right? $100 in net profit. I'll make that look like a black chip. And guess what? We walk out of here with $300, right? That's paycheck, right? Good enough diploma, as they say, the GED of strategies, good enough diploma. Now, for funds, let's do it again. We do lose the $8 too. Okay. Well, let's do it again. Let's go take it again. Okay. And we'll turn the bets on with the puck. Take the lammer off, turn the puck off. Let's come back out, new don't pass, and let's see if we can add to this a little bit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Get your bets in. And I ask you again in chat, how do we like the view? Now that I changed it, you can see my hands and the release. Do you like it better? The new tossing view is better, says Gary Good. I would like to have that angle from back here that looks this way, so you can see from behind my hands. I just don't have a camera down here. I'm using 3 cameras right now. I think my computer can handle a 4th if I unplug something else. There's only so many USB slots. Anyway, here we go. Coming out. that slipped out of my hand badly. That is a 5 and a 2. Slipped badly, 5, 2, 7. All right, let's go. Lose the 50. I'll put it back. 50 goes away. 50 comes back out of the rack. Let's try it again. Let's try and fix what I just did there was ugly, baby. All right. Same view. Here we go. Take my profit down a little bit. Don't like that very much. Ugh. 1, 3, 4. Terrible. Look at that. There's that exact example, right? Shooter hits a 4. 3, 1. 1, 3, 4. Okay, let's go to the bets. Okay, now we have the point is 4. There's that. And we're on, right? We have no 4. I got a bunch of good bets I like out here. Let's get the 2 hits and run for the hills. If I catch a 7 here, we're going to screw ourselves, right? But let's get a couple of hits and get out of Dodge, shall we? Let's go. Let's go. Got to fix that toss, man. The last 2 came out really shitty. That's why I say it's so hard to control these freaking dice, man. It's not easy. Not easy. Here we go. Coming out. Or dice are out, rather. It's spinning like crazy. It is a midnight 6-6. I'm just going to leave the screen here. I'm not going to change to the betting screen because nothing changes for me. Just a midnight. Just a midnight. 6-5. And there we go. Like always, the PSO is always the killer. PSO is always the killer, right, with these kind of things. Again, I'm trying to get 2 and then switch sides. We're just going to switch out of it, hopefully survive a couple of rolls, switch out, and let Bob be our uncle, right? Here we go. That is a... Oh, look at that. We flipped it over. Flipped it over. Aces this time. Got the midnight, got the aces. Again, not going to change the view. No need to see me not bet, but let's give you guys a couple of seconds here to get your stuff right. And let's go. Dan says, turn them off. Turn them off. It's a 5. 3, 2, 5. There it is, 3, 2. All right, now we can do something fun. There's our 105. There's our $10 or $5. Again, what I'll do, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do it here. Because I'm gonna pull them down anyway, I'm gonna put the money in front. There's the 110 we just won. I'm gonna put it in front of those bets. Because I'm gonna regress anyway, it'll make it easier for me to deal and for you to see. So instead of stacking it all up, I'm going to do it like that. I know it's non-standard, but that's how it's going to happen. And here we go. Okay, dice are out. That is a 2 and a 4. The lumber. Kev the carpenter. 2, 4, 6. All righty. 2, 4. Bam. 2, 4. Let's go to here. That's beautiful, right? That 6 with 120 on it pays 140. 125. 140. Okay. And again, we're going to pull down. We're going to regress down. Now, I have a choice to make here, right? I got a great bet here against that 4, right? I can take 100 of that and lay on the 4. Try and win another $50. Not a bad move. What that does is, and again, those bets up top are off. Those are off bets. Let's put the lammer out there. They're off. Okay? That locks me in another $100. Okay? So if I look at take these back as a black chip, and I take these back as a green chip, the reds, I'm bringing back 150 to the rack. I already have 250 in the rack, which means I have 400 bucks. You can see 1, 2, 3 blacks and 3 and 4 greens. That's 400 bucks in locked profit. That is definitely paycheck time. Now that's coming back out. That's paycheck. We did it. We have our paycheck, right? This here wins me an extra 100. If I take the lay bet down, I'm locking up 500 bucks. I'm going to do that. Against the 4, I'm going to lock up the extra hundo. Make sure I got a purple chip as my profit. There's the profit right there. Right when I pull the 480 down, right, that becomes pure. Let's ride that bad boy out. I'll take the $5 against that hard 4 because who cares, right? Now I got 15 bucks at risk. Big deal. All right, let's go. Let's make this thing happen. Nice, easy paycheck today, right? This is why I say the whole point of DI for me is this. If I can do this, this being a drawdown, this being a skill 66, right? You're in and you're out. 2 rolls and you go home every day. 2 rolls and you build your bankroll every day. That's the beauty of it. Here we go. Nice out. I know I'm talking too much for the crapsy folks, but so what? 6, 2, 8. Now let's have a great roll. Let's have everything. Let's hit the all. Let's do the thing. Let's have a 6, 2, 8 there and a 6, 2, 8 in the roll tracker. Let's just hammer it. Let's just go. I'm just going to I'm going to leave it here because I'm not going to bet anymore, except for the don't pass. Right? You can watch me shoot now until I'm done. That was a perfect throw, by the way. And why I say that's a perfect throw is this. My dice set is this. Can you see these dice down here? It's a 6 on the bottom and a 2 on top. And the result was a 6-2, right? That was one of these ones where they both dice were perfecto. Here we go. Let's have a nice long roll for everybody. Make some cashola. Let me fix this release of mine. It was not what I wanted, but it's a 6-5. All right, 5-6. I didn't press the crapsy button, so give me a second here to type that in. 5-6. Oops. Okay. Here we go. That's better. That's much better. It's the 8-5-3. The other kind of 8. All right. Get your bets in. Here it is. That is a 10, the easy way, 6-4. And again, just to show you, my bets are off, right? This is two hits and switch to the dark side. This is not a hybrid play where you keep on going, right? This is a get my money, get in the rack, let this thing ride out. It's a two-stepper. It's a two-stepper. We're going to watch the good roll go. Remember I said the other day how don't be ashamed about same betting a couple times, right? This is basically it. We're going to same bet essentially twice. And we're going to be okay with a hot roll going right by us. We're going to be okay with it. For every hot roll, there's 7 shitty ones. So we're going to be all right with that. Here we go. Dice are out. They kissed again. I keep getting that side kiss. There's the 7, 5-2. 5-2. So we do beat the 4. 5-2-7 and a 5-2-7. All right, that's going to pay me a little bit here. We're going to get paid our $50 on the line. We're going to lose our hard 4, and who cares? I'll make those 4 greens look like a black chip And we're out today. I lost my purple chip. Where'd my purple chip? Oh, because I got to take those down. That's why. We have somehow I lost a purple chip somewhere. I had a purple chip was profit that we had in the rack. This is all going to come down. Plus our 100. So there's 25 in red. There's 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 25, 530. Okay, that's your starting bankroll, and there's your profit day. So that's it. 2 shooters, averaging about 250 each. We got the 7 both times. We transitioned out of the right side both times, and done and done and done. So simple, right? So simple. Now, I'm going to lock that as my prop. That's today's profit. We're going to lock this up over here. I'm going to play now for fun. So you guys get your crapsy bets back in again. I'm going to do another shooter or 2 for fun. Let's refresh the screen. I got to do some work over here. Hold on. Refresh that, and here you go. This time, I'm going to do it at the next level, right? Just because I love the skill 66, we're going to do the skill 660. So we're going to take $1,000, okay? We're going to go, watch this. We're going to go 660 inside, okay? So it's going to be 150 and 180 on the 5, 6, and 8, and 9. So 150, 150. Hang on a second. 180 on the 6 and 8. Okay, that's 660 inside. $100 on the 4 and 10. That's 760, 860, 960. $100 on the don't. 960 with 40 change. Okay, there's 40 change. Again, I'm locking this up here from my earlier thing. $40 in change, which does nothing for me, but just getting away for $1,000. Now, I do this on Joe's show every day. Every day I walk into Joe from Craftmaster. I walk into his show every morning, and I say 660 inside and $100 on the 4 and 10, right? Same strategy, just up the level. Okay, and again, if you're, like I said this in the beginning of the show, if you're buying in for $5,000, this is not a big deal. The $1,000, you get 5 cracks at this, right? Big deal. You have 100K in your bank, you buy them for 5. You come out here, blast across for $1,000. Let's make the same strategy happen at double size. Here we go. Dice are out. Let's come on out. Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. I'll do the 31 betting progression. I love the 31. And I have to look at your comments to see what you guys are talking about. But the 31, I saw it go by on my screen. One of my favorite ways. Here we go. Coming out. Coming out, baby. All righty. We got a 5 and a 6. My favorite way to lose on the don't. My favorite way to lose on the don't. God. 5. I'm not going to switch the bets view. I guess I can. 5, 6, yo. Let's go here so I can prove it. We'll lose the 100. That blows, man. I'm going to take another $500 and break it up. There's 100. There's 4 change. And here we go. I got to put this over here so I don't want to confuse the bankrolls. All right. Let's go. Nothing worse than losing to an 11. I don't know why that bugs me so much. I hate losing the 11, and I won't hedge it either. But I really, really hate it. I mean, it's worth $10, right, to go to protect it, right? But then that's like earlier, right? You're devaluing the bet to 90. Here we go. Anything but a freaking 11, huh? How about that? There we go. Got it right back. 1, 2, 3. We got it right back. Got the sister. 2, 1. No, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go over here. Now we get back that 100 we just lost. Come back up. Now, you know, Johnny likes to press that when it happens, right? But not today. We're not going to do it today. Normally, I like to take those freebie wins down there on the don't and press them up. but not this one. This one here is a little simpler. Let's go, baby. Dice out. Give me a number. Give me a number up top. That's a better looking toss. That is a 10. Okay, good number for me. 6-4. 4-6. Okay, get your bets in. You crapsy folks. I'm going to go bet. Sweet. Okay, there's the puck on the 10. And again, we're going to take any two hits. We don't care what they are up top. I'll put the presses in front because I'm going to regress anyway when we turn our bets off. Right now we're on. And yeah, let's do it. Let's get our two rolls. Let's get our two rolls today, right? Again, the whole point of DI, get me two rolls every day. Here we go. Dice are about to be out. I'm going to press your crapsy betting button. Here we go. All right. A little bit of a flutter on the dice that time. It is a 4-3-7. So we don't get anything. They fluttered out of my hand. We lost it all. 4-3. Bummer, man. Not a good throw. 4-3. So what's going to happen is I'll win the don't, obviously. Right? Who cares about the don't? I will lose what's up top, which is 660, 760. Let me go back up here. Let me go to the view. We're going to lose 660, 760, 860. That sucks. Big time. I'll play it again. Let's see if this thing can recover itself. Okay, no, we got no hits that time. Get over there. There we go. All right, let's go. So 800. I'll put $900 out of my rack. We'll get $40 and change again. 20, 40 and change. And let's give it another try. Let's give it another try. We're gonna have to hit it twice now to recover. Like, this is the thing. Once you go upside down, recovery's hard. Okay, let's refresh that. Let's get the roll tracker set. And here we go. Dice are out. Dice are out. 6, 5 there. 2, 1 here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that flutter throw was tough, man. All right, let's do it. Coming out. A little better. Okay, that is a 5-2-7. Jeez, Lou. Don't pass. Now it's getting killed, right? 5-2. All right, I won't move. I won't switch the screen. You can see the bets actually from this view, which is cool. So I'll take the 100. We'll put it back. I think we're down about $1,000 now. Right? We lost our 860. Just lost another one. We gotta win the whole thing 2 times here. This sucks. All right, let's go. Let's go. I do like the fact that you can see these bets from this view. That's kind of cool. So I don't have to change back if I'm not making a lot of changes. All right, here we go. Coming out. That's a little better. A little better. It's an 8 this time. 6-2. 6-2. My release is crapola. Flutter, flutter, flutter. 6-2. Oh, crap. Cancel that. All right. Let's go 6-2. Okay. Here we go. We'll set the point. Goes to the 8. And that's it. Game's afoot. We're going to try and get us a couple hits up in here. Going to be hard, man. The nice thing about this is that it does win $500 when it wins. But now I got to win it twice because I got to win 3 times. I got to win twice to get my losses back, and I got to win once to get my win. So we're gonna have to play the thing out a couple of times here to make it work. Here we go. Here we go. Let's switch it up so you can see 6, 5, 2, 1, and here we go. Nice route. That is an 8. Oh boy. Is that the point? That is the point. We hit our don't. We knocked off our don't. That's okay. 628. 628. Same exact roll. Knock off the don't. So let's change the view here for you. Watch me take care of my bets. That goes there. This goes away. That does pay though, right? So 180 pays 210. So I'm going to pay it like this. 210. I'm going to drop 10 because we're going to go and press them all by 50 bucks. Okay. I am going to go back out to the don't again. I don't know why this is kind of dumb to do this. We're going to go out in the don't again. We're still going to play the same thing. Just going to burn another one. We've lost 200 bucks down here on the shooter, which kind of sucks. But here we go. There's the press. There's the press. Now we're at 200 bucks on the 5 and 9 and 240 on the 6 and 8. Okay, those will pay 280 when they come through. And here we go. Coming out. So those bets are all off, of course. Let's do it. Let's do it. Press the crapsy button. That is a hard 10, 5-5, double nickel, 5-5. All right, puck goes to the 5. Dice come to me. Let's rock this son of a gun, shall we? Let's go there and here. Okay, dice are out. That is a 6, a 5, and a 1. I can't hardly get it out of the corner. 5, 1, 6. That's good for us. 5 and a 1. 5 and a 1. That'll pay a little bit. Again, it pays 280 up there. So check this out. You guys, this is a great strategy. 275, 280. Now, when this works out, this is the skill 66, but at black level, right? 280. When I regress back down, here's the net win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 400, 500 bucks is the net win, right? When that thing works itself out, it wins 500 bucks, the skill 66 from the inside, right? It wins 50 bucks at human levels. It wins 500 bucks at this level. That's fantastic, right? We get back we lost 2 bullets, 2,000, or we lost $1,000 bullet, right? We get half that bullet back right now. I'm going to take this as blacks. Now, with a point of 10, we can drop 200 bucks in as a lay, take $300 back into the rack, and I can throw, if I'd like to, 25 on the hard 10. Okay, that wins me back on a hard 10, 175. Remember, I'm at risk here for 100. The initial risk is $100. This 200 bucks is from the profit, not from my rack. So I'm gonna try and win some money here on a hard 10 if we catch it. That's my play. And these bets now are all off. I'll put the lammer right in front. You can see it. They're off. We're playing against the 10. Let's get her done. Okay, dice are out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Got our 2 hits, and we're going to dark. Going to the dark side. And we got a 5, 3, 8. I thought it was a 7. I thought that was a 7. It's a 5, 3. 5 tray. 5, 3, 8. Good. Everybody but John gets paid. Awesome. Awesome. Again, I'll leave it here. I'm not making any bet changes, so no need to change my screens for you. All right. Here we go. Hard hit. 3, 2, 5. Good. Good. 3, 2. Okay, get your bets in. Here I go. DC8 goes away, right? All right, here we go. Dice out. Another kiss. That's a hard 4. Deuces. Yeah, that one, the chopper flew side by side, not one in front of the other one. So that was that's the diagnosis there. 2-2 hard 4. I'll take the accident and be happy with it, but it is what it is, right? Okay, dice are out. That is a 4-1. Oh no, 4-3. I thought it was a 4-1. It's a 4-3. Sorry, folks. 4-3. 4-3. That's a little bit of a bummer. 4-3-7. Let's switch over and get paid. Again, the bets across the top were off. We lose our hard 10 try. No biggie. We get paid 100 and 100. So on that shooter, we got back a few bucks. We got back, there's one of our bullets. There's 500. So we got one bullet, or half of our bullet back. Okay. We have 200. What are we at here? We have $1,000 out there basically. So we're down 300 bucks now. We're down 300. This $200 here represents the difference. We're down about 3. Let's make it happen again. Let's go. Probably last shooter. Maybe one more. We'll see. I don't know. See how I'm feeling here in a minute. One coming out. Let's go. Oh, I got to set the roll tracker up. Hold on. Roll tracker. Here we go. 6521. All righty. I put 4-2. Oh, I put a 4-2 in there. Shit. Well, all right. Let's put 4-3. Sorry about that. Yeah. Well, y'all got extra money from me then. I did it again. 4-3. Thank you for the. Thanks, Nemo. I wouldn't have known that. So 4-3. That sevens you out. Now we'll restart. Sorry about that. You all got extra money. So good job. That was a rookie dealer mistake. You got the break-in casino dealer paid you when they shouldn't have. There you go. You got an extra win on the 6. Here we go. Coming out. Coming out. That is a 4 and a 1. Our point is going to be 5. So 4-1, that's the new point. Let's go 4-1. Does that work? Okay. Puck goes over to the 5. And here we go. We have a point. Let's get crap seat on. Let's switch the view and let's rock this thing out. Roll tracker malfunctioned. It did malfunction. I can see it. You can't see it, right? Huh. Let me see if I can't fix that. Hold on one second. Let me see. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm going to go ahead and hit the button over here. There you go. It'll be back. It's back now. Okay. Roll tracker's back now. All right, here we go. We have a point of 5. Let's go make some moolah. Here we go. I can't see it. 2-1-3. Ace freely. 2-1-3. And again, I'm just going to leave my screen where it is because there's no money changing hands. All the bets are the same. Just going to bring the dice back, get them set. And here we go. That is a yo 6-5. Again, I'm not going to do anything different on the screens here. 5-6 yo. Just going to reset them. 2 horns in a row. I tend to do that. Sometimes. Let's get it. Let's get a box number. Dice are out. Another landing on top. And there's your 6-1. Ouch. 6-1. Ouch. We could lose the whole freaking thing. So we're going to be... This time it didn't work at all. First time we did it easy. This time through, man, getting killed. Do I have time for one more shooter? I really don't. I would like to go out again, but that'll be the last shooter. I would love to play more, but I have things to do here. It's going to be on 8:30. So that's a bummer. Let me switch over, actually. I'm going to show you. Well, I don't have to show you. You already know what's going to happen. The last shooter we did good. We made $700, but we lost 1,000 ahead of it, and we lost 1,000 here. So this didn't work itself out. I got to get my screen set so I can come back and talk to y'all. Let's see. Turn the light off. Go back here. Press that button, and magic should happen. Here I come. Hey, look at that. I'm back with you all. All right. Let's get here and see if there's anything to talk about. Are there any... I need this thing here too. Sorry about that. I got to find a better way to keep this thing on the table while I'm shooting so I can come back and talk to y'all. I'm going to go check questions and see if there's any interesting Q&A that we can get into. Oh, not Molly. What do you think of that strategy? Granted, the last two shooters didn't, or last shooter didn't get it, right? PSO is going to kill everybody. No matter what strategy you run, PSO is going to get you. But the idea of just going across, taking 2 hits, right? Press up, bye-bye. Press up and bye-bye and go to the don't. It worked 3 times beautifully. Actually, 4 times it worked beautifully. And twice we got PSO'd on. So whatever. PSOs are going to be what they're going to be. Actually, I didn't pay myself in that last one. So let's go here. Let's go Q. Let's check for questions. Okay. So Stanley Start. Been a while. He says, like to see you on a Math Monday do the breakout of collect versus half press. Yes, that's good. I will do that, actually. And frankly, tomorrow, tomorrow's going to be, when I get a little preview for tomorrow, tomorrow's going to be Throwdown Thursday. So check this out. Tomorrow, I'm going to take the 40 roller that I had a week and a half ago, right? We get people still watching. This is going to be a good, hopefully you're still here, all of you. Good preview for tomorrow. Let me go forward a screen or two. Let me go, not there. I'm going to go here, here, here. So it's how I set my screens up. Where's tomorrow's show? There we go. I'm going to run this shooter tomorrow. Okay. This shooter was a 44 roller, 45, whatever roller, right? Every number except for like the 2 and the 12 and the 11. Look at all those box numbers. Look at that repeater, right? We're going to run this tomorrow. I'm going to run this set of rolls, okay, which are here. There's the rolls. There's the shooters, okay? I'm going to run that exact set of rolls against all the ways to play. We're going to run that roll against same bet, a half press, a press regress, a 4-banger, which is right 4 hits and stop, versus a 3-point molly. So tomorrow is going to be a long day. It's going to be probably a 2-hour show. I'm going to compare all those ways to play against that same set of rolls live with chips. It's going to take me a minute to deal it out. Get a little comparison on that. So I'm glad that you brought that up because that's exactly tomorrow's show. That's exactly what I want to do tomorrow. Good. Dan says, do I think the casinos are going to take away craps? No, they are not. The thing of it is this, the roll to win and the stadium craps games, right? Those are not high dollar games, right? They're mostly low budget. They're basically slots, right? If you look at dollars per square foot, those games make sense where they are, right? Most casinos that have them in that one section where you can, and a lot now you can play craps and roulette and blackjack all at the same time. You switch your screen, right? They're getting you to play 3 games at once. But it's all $5 games, right? They're all low budget games. If you look at what the casino sees I was asking David this the other day, and we'll talk about this on our podcast. I asked him this question because I was actually thinking about the Casino Quest business model, right? Which is, they charge you $25 an hour to practice. We have a card room here in my town. No craps, obviously. It's a tier 2 casino, so there's no craps. But I was thinking to myself, if I brought my craps table to the casino, to my local casino here, and said, look, I'm going to film my show from here every day, right? If I film my show from a casino, kind of cool, right? And I said, in the rest of the day, we'll rent out the table. I'll come and deal or whatever. People can pay $25 an hour to practice craps. Now, what does it cost the casino to run a table? What do they see a person as, right? The average person on a craps table, depending on the limit at $5 to $50, is going to be between $12 and $50 an hour is what the casino sees you as, right? Whatever that number is. On a real table with a $10, $15 minimum, you're not worth $50 an hour to them at the bubble craps or at the stadium craps. You're just not. You're worth a tenth of that. So no, the answer no. They're not going to take away craps as we know it. Craps is a social game. It's exciting. The more people that are yelling and screaming, the more busy the pit becomes. Roulette and craps both have that mentality to them, right? They're not going to go away. However, Dan, and you can attest to this, Vegas right now is down, right? The economy is a little bit shaky. There's some uncertainty. The tariffs are here, right? We don't know what's really going on right now. People are not coming to Vegas. Vegas is on and confirm it in chat for me. Vegas is on a downstroke, right? You're seeing $5 games show up. The casinos running the $5 games aren't making any money at it. We're loving it, right? But you can go to the Palms and the $5 table is still empty, right? That's not because craps is going away. It's because nobody's coming to Vegas. So I think you got to equate those two. All right, Dice Daddy, how much do I hedge the yo? On a 150 don't, I go $15. Hedge to win. Always hedge to win, right? Every bet needs to have a winning component to it. In other words, if I'm here and I am $100 on the don't, let's say use your example, I'm 150 on the don't, right? If I hedge with a $10 yo, that wins 150, I'm tied. That's a stupid thing to do. If I'm going to, if anything, at least go $15, right? At least take a win off this thing, right? If you happen to catch it, take a $75 win. If you're that squirrely, put $11 on it and get a $15 win. Do something down here to catch a win. Do not ever hedge to tie. Right? If you're going to hedge, I always say this, hedge to win. If you're going to hedge at all, hedge to win. Great question. I'm glad you asked me that because it's been a pet peeve of mine all the time. If I'm going to hedge the 4 and 10 against the don't, if I have a $100 don't and I'm going to go 4 and 10, I'm going to hedge them. I'm going to land both for 150. At least on a 7, I make some money, right? On the 7s, I can make enough money to cover a loss, right? So if I go 150, 150, or if I go 200, 200, and I win 200, great. Because that means if I catch a 4 or a 10 and lose 200, the 7s at least pay for that, right? Find a way to make the hedging work for you. Don't feed the beast, man. That's the worst thing you can do. All right. Pardon me. Moxon says, pardon me. It was a good interview. Here's the problem. I think they spent too much time talking about trends and talking about the astrophysics stuff. That's interesting, right? Podcast style. I don't mind hearing that when I'm walking the dog. When I get to talk to John Patrick, I want tactics. I want John talking about the 31. I want John talking about the way he attacks a roulette table. We talk about John Patrick with craps all the time. He's got some great roulette stuff. You watch that guy play roulette. It's very interesting. That's where I learned a lot of my pass line, don't pass line tactics are actually John Patrick's red and black roulette strategies, right? I play them on the craps table because they work so well in that betting style. I wish they would have spent more time on that stuff. I'd like to pick John's brain on the way he sports bets, the way that he has a delayed hedging system in sports betting that is fascinating to listen to. I want more of that, right? But it's always good to hear his voice. It's always good to hear him just say the big 4 and a little 3, right, live and go through it again. That's gold. That's gold. Like I literally might cut that out of the video and with Garrison's permission, play that as part of my intro because hearing John Patrick say that is no different than me doing my intro, my bankroll goals, blah, blah, blah. That's my big 4 little 3, right? I've taken what he's taught, made my own soup out of it. That to me is gold right there. John, can I put Garrison address for Moxon? Yes, for sure. I think of it. How did we find the interview? You can find it here. James, put that out for sure. Yeah. It was, like I said, it was good. The woman he had on, I think John has a tough time talking for a long time. He's like 93, right? So I think maybe Garrison had her on to sort of spell some of the, give him some breaks, I guess. But anyway, let's check out any PC chats here. Let's see. You should try the hybrid I posted on Jacob's last thread. Can you do me a favor? You have my email. Email me the link to the video so I can read it, or email me the thing, and I'll run that. Maybe next Wednesday I'll run it. Okay. Good idea. I don't mind doing that for sure. So yeah, just drop me an email with it. What else is being said out here? Anything else? Let's see. During the CTFC, what is this saying? Oh, you'll be in Las Vegas. Cool. By the way, the Craps for the Cure, in case you're not sure of the dates, it is my birthday weekend. We're going to go September 12th, 13th, 14th. I think the 13th is the Saturday or something. That weekend, the weekend of September 12th is when Craps for the Cure is. I think my birthday is on the Friday, I think. And we'll just run Craps for the Cure that Sunday, that Saturday and Sunday. So it'll be a little different than last year. We're not going to do all the auctions and crap. We're going to do straight donations and just have some fun. So that's good, Nima. I'd love to see you out there again. You got to get out there, Dice Mama. Vegas is the greatest. I mean, it's literally Disneyland for us. And I know people think like it's a bunch of degenerates and there's a lot of, whatever, drugs and porn and that kind of crap. It's just a fun town. I mean, it's just go out there with the intention of lighting your money on fire and having a great time with all of us. And if you know what I mean? It's like winning a secondary to me when I go to Vegas. I don't mean to say it like that, but just go out there for the experience because the shows are awesome. The food's great. Super fun. Let's see. What else? Well, anything else good? Adam, you have a great day too, Adam. Good seeing you again. I got to get out. I got to get out of here. Work time. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Final thoughts today are, would I play that strategy? I do play that strategy. I've actually played the Skill 66, Inside 66, $10 4 and 10, $25 Don't Pass. Take my 2 hits and let the Don't Pass flat right out. That's how I don't do the odds thing, but I'll go 66 inside to 88, pull it all down. That's $50. Let my $25 Don't Pass ride itself out, $75. That's an easy way to turn $100 into $75 profit and get the hell out of Dodge. I've done that more times than I can count, right? That's a great on the way to work kind of a strategy when I go to CQ. So I do like that one. A good little 3-hit transition, easy peasy, if you can avoid the PSO. Anyway, love y'all. Have a great day. See ya tomorrow for the big comparison show. Adios.